Hi everybody, Monty here. Challenge problem. Oh my gosh. Remember, went to the recycle bin, found a Ziploc bag container, opened it up, and we got to find the surface area and we got to find the perimeter. Oh my gosh. Project-based learning at its best. Is that ever an intense problem? I must have 30 minutes into that already. Let's go through it real quick. Okay, here we go. We have a Ziploc box container. We opened it up. We're trying to find the distance around, but we got all these notches, right? We need to find the surface area. Well, the surface area is missing all these notches. We're missing this piece right in the middle. Well, we got a lot of work to do, don't we? So the first thing I did, traced it. Got a ruler, got a measuring tape, started putting all these numbers down in inches. Everything in red is stuff I have to subtract out, okay, and all these shapes and sizes. So total area, it's 17 inches by 15 inches, and here we go. First thing I did, trace and measure. Then I need to subtract out all the things in red. Got to do all that math, okay? So let's get started. 1 and 2 are the same shape. We're going to have a rectangle that's 2 inches by 3 inches. Well, that area is a 6. But we're only missing that piece. Oh, we got this little triangle, don't we? Triangle, 1 inch by a ½ inch. Well, it's 1/2 the length times the width, so 0.25. So the area that I subtract, 6.25. Number 2, the same area, 6.25. Now the perimeter is different. Remember, the perimeter is the distance around 11 plus 3 plus 2, plus I have this little bit right here, 1 inch by 1 inch. So I've got some perimeter I got to deal with, right? So 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2, 3 plus 1 plus 1, that's 7. So now I got 6.25, 6.25, 7, and a 7 for these two. Done. Let's scroll down. Okay, now T3, I need to do this piece that was missing, right? That's the window of the box. Well, that's 3.5 by 9. That's easy. So the area is just length times width. 9 times 3.5, 31.5. Perimeter, 9 plus 3.5 plus 9 plus 3.5 is 25. We're going to subtract those two numbers out, okay? Now, if I'm going too fast, pause and check it out. We have total area, total surface area, total perimeter. Well, to get the area, we got length times width, but we have to subtract out. So right now, I subtracted out T1, boom. T2, boom. T3, boom. Now we're going to go to these two triangles right here, T4 and 5. 2 by 2 with a little bit of a gap, probably a 1. That's what I called it. So we've got an area of a triangle. 2 times 1 cut in half. 2 times 1 cut in half. Boom. Perimeter. The perimeter is just up 2, back 2. Up 2, back 2. Okay? So the area is going to be 1 unit. The perimeter is 4 units. But I have that twice for 4 and 5. So I got to take out a 1. I got to have a perimeter of an extra 4. I got to take out a 1, perimeter of an extra 4. Okay? So on this page, we have now looked at taking care of number 1, number 2, number 3, this big piece, number 4, number 5, okay? We're going to switch pages and try to do the rest of the problem. Okay, now we still need 6, 7, and 8. So let's see where we're at. 6, same shape as 7. So once I get 6, I'll have 7. And then number 8 is these 4 little notches. I'm going to call those little triangles, and I'll show you that in a second. Okay, now let's do 6 and 7. So I tried to sketch this. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. This is exactly what we're doing in class this week. We have a composite shape. So I'm looking at this little rectangle here, the little rectangle here, this little nose piece, right? Like a triangle, boom. Then I got a little block right here, 1 by 1, and then I got a little triangle here. So let's do it a piece at a time. Area and surface area. A 1 by 1.5, well, that's easy. 1 times 1.5 is 1.5. Done. Okay, now let's do this next piece, this little triangle here. Well, a triangle is base times height, length times width, 1 times 1.5, but we cut it in half, 0.75. This little box right here, we're going to go 1 by 1. 1 times 1 is 1. This little triangle here, a half by 1. 1 times 1.5, right? Then we got to cut it in half. Okay, whoops. Oh, made a mistake. What the heck, Monty? All right, my answer is going to be off right here. Embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I'm going to put a big oops right there. Darn it. All right, so I'm off, and I did that twice, right? Because the perimeter of 6 is 1.5. Excuse me, the area. The area is 1.5, 0.75, a 1, and this should have been 0.5. So I messed up. And we're going to do that twice, the area for 6 and the area for 7. So we're off just a little bit there, and we're off just a little bit there. Okay, perimeter. 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Boom. 6 and 6. Okay, so this was a big piece of calculating for just a little bit of missing material. Now comes, I don't want to ignore these 4 little triangles at the bottom, so I call them a 1/2 inch by a 1/2 inch. Well, a half times a half divided by 2 is 0.125. We have 4 of those. Boom, 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 boom. So the area of those 4 is 4 times 1.25, which is 0.6. But I also need the perimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I call them 0.5s. I call them 0.5. So it's half of that. So 4. Whew. Now we have all these numbers. We have all these calculations. Let's put it all together. Okay, go back to the board, and we have the total area, 15 by 17. Boom, 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 boom. Now I got to subtract off this piece, this piece, this piece, this, and this. We go back to the previous pages, and we write them all out. Boom. So we had 255 minus 55.125, but I'm off that 0.5. Oops. I've got 199.88 square inches for the total area of this blue box. Perimeter was a lot easier because all we did was add them all up. I started on the top. That's just an 11. Then I just came down the side because both sides are the same. And I just added them all up, okay? 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus a half plus a half plus 1. That's the left side and the right side. So we get 11, a 28, a 28. Now we have the bottom, which is 11 plus the half and a half plus the 3 and the 1. Half and a half plus the 3 and the 1. Boom. 19 for a total of 86 inches. I hope that you were willing to participate. Okay. Now I'm going to fix that because we're off a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go 199.35 square inches for the area. And the perimeter is distance around, which is 86 inches. Okay, oops, just 86 inches. All right. I hope you chose something out of your recycle bin to try to enjoy real world math at its best. Okay, so again, thanks for participating, and have a great week, everybody. Pet Day.